Imagine this. You meet someone new, a classmate, a colleague, a new friend, and they ask you, very casually, "So, what does your typical day look like?"
And suddenly your brain does nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
You have a schedule, obviously. You wake up, you do things, you sleep. You have an entire day every single day.
You are a person who lives a life.
A whole entire life. But describing that life in English, suddenly it feels like trying to explain a movie you saw 3 years ago.
It was good, things happened, someone did something.
Here is what actually happens. People either say too little, I work, I eat, I sleep.
The robot answer. The robot answer, exactly. Or they say too much in a jumbled, unorganized way.
I wake up, and then I go, and then I have, and then after I also sometimes...
And the other person just nods politely.
while slowly looking for an exit.
So today, we fix both problems.
So today, we fix both problems. We give you the exact structure and phrases to describe your daily schedule clearly, naturally, and confidently.
In real English, not robot English.
Welcome back to the Fluent Life English podcast, your favorite place to grow your English and your life at the same time. I'm Liam.
And I'm Amelia. And today is a B1 to B2 level episode.
But A2 learners stay right here. We always explain everything clearly.
Nobody gets left behind.
We have said this every episode.
And we mean it every episode. Engage. Before we start, today's comment challenge. Just one sentence. Super easy. Write in the comments. The busiest part of my day is because. One sentence. Your real answer. We read every comment. Even the ones that say sleeping. Especially those ones, actually. Also, if you are new to Fluent Life English, welcome to the family. Please subscribe right now. It is free, it is fast, and you will never miss Amelia and me again. Which would be a tragedy. A genuine tragedy. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, part 1. Before we give you phrases, we need to talk about structure, because this is the part most learners skip. Think of describing your daily schedule like giving someone directions. Oh, good analogy. Go on. If someone asks how to get to your house, you don't say everything at once, right? You don't say left, right, tree, roundabout, bridge, red door, turn, stop, go. That is how people get completely lost. Completely lost, exactly. You give it in order. First this, then that, then you arrive. And describing your day works the same way. You give it in order. Morning, afternoon, evening. 3 parts. Clear and simple. And the magic phrase that holds it all together?
On a typical day.
Yes. On a typical day is your opening line. It tells the listener, I am going to describe my normal schedule now. For example, on a typical day, I wake up at 7 and start work by 9.
Or, on a typical weekday, I have a pretty busy morning.
Notice the word typical. Typical means normal, the usual pattern. Not your best day, not your worst day. Your regular, everyday schedule.
Another great opening phrase. My day usually starts with... For example, my day usually starts with a coffee and checking my messages.
Or, my day usually starts with an early gym session.
I respect those people. I do not understand them, but I respect them.
And to close your schedule description, you need an ending phrase too. The most natural one is, and that is pretty much my day. Or, and then I just wind down and sleep. These closing phrases are important. They tell the listener the description is finished. It feels complete, natural, organized. Story time. My new colleague story. Oh yes, this one is good. Okay, about 2 years ago, I started a new job. New office, new colleagues, new me. New Liam. Very new Liam.
very professional. On my first week, my manager asked me at lunch to just describe my daily routine. Just small talk, very relaxed. And I started talking. And I talked for 4 minutes. 4 whole minutes. 4 minutes! I described my breakfast in detail. I explained the traffic on my commute. I mentioned my neighbor's dog. The dog is not relevant to my daily schedule, but there I was, talking about the dog.
And this is the problem without structure. You have the information, but it has no shape.
With on a typical day as your opener, and that is pretty much my day as your closer, your answer has a beginning and an end. No dog stories in the middle.
Unless the dog is genuinely part of your daily schedule.
Then by all means, mention the dog. Quick repeat section, part 1. Listen and repeat after us. On a typical day. On a typical day.
On a typical weekday. On a typical weekday.
My day usually starts with. My day usually starts with.
And that is pretty much my day. And that is pretty much my day.
And then I just wind down and sleep. And then I just wind down and sleep.
Those 5 phrases are your skeleton, the frame that holds everything together. Engage.
And if this is already helping you, please tap the like button right now. It helps more learners find us on YouTube. Thank you, genuinely. Let's continue. Okay, part 2. We have the skeleton, now we add the details.
Think of this like a sandwich.
I am immediately interested.
Your opening and closing phrases are the bread, the structure, the shape.
Okay, we're with us.
But a sandwich without filling?
Just sad bread.
Exactly, just sad bread. The filling is your time words and frequency words. These are the words that make your schedule feel real and specific. Time words first. The most useful ones are in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. These 3 phrases organize your whole day into 3 clear sections. For example, in the morning, I usually have meetings. In the afternoon, I focus on deep work. In the evening, I try to relax.
Simple, organized, easy to follow. Now, frequency words. These tell people how often you do something.
The 4 most important ones for daily schedules are always, usually, sometimes, rarely.
Think of them as a scale. Always, 100% of the time. Usually, most of the time. Sometimes, maybe half the time. Rarely, almost never.
For example, I always check my emails first thing in the morning. I usually have lunch at my desk. I sometimes go for a walk after work. I rarely leave the office before 6. That last one is very real for a lot of people. Very real, very sad, but very real.
One more important phrase for this section. Around plus a time. Around means approximately, not exact, roughly. For example, I have lunch around 1 o'clock, or I usually finish around 6.
Around makes you sound natural. Real people don't say, I have lunch at exactly 1300 hours. Nobody talks like that. Nobody, ever. They say around 1 or around lunchtime. That is natural English. Story time. Amelia's schedule story. Oh, okay, yes. So a few years ago, I had a language exchange partner. Her name was Mia. Tell us about Mia. Mia was from Germany. Lovely person. We met online every week to practice English. One day she asked me, Amelia, what does your typical working day look like? And I said, well, I start work at 9, exactly 9, and I have lunch at 12:30, exactly, and I finish at 5:30, exactly. That sounds like a train timetable. It sounds like a train timetable. And Mia said, very kindly, Amelia, do you actually live like this? So
precise?
And the answer was?
No, not at all. Sometimes lunch is at 12. Sometimes it is at 2. Sometimes I forget lunch entirely.
You forget lunch?
I get busy. It happens. But the point is, I was describing a perfect schedule, not my real one. And around would have fixed that completely. Exactly. I usually have lunch around midday. True, honest, natural. Around gives you flexibility and accuracy at the same time. Quick repeat section, part 2. In the morning, I always, I usually, I sometimes, around a clock. 8 phrases, 8 tools. They make your schedule sound real, honest, and completely natural.
And remember, today's comment challenge. The busiest part of my day is because. Use one of the frequency words we just practiced in your answer. Write it below. We are waiting.
Okay, part 3. This is my favorite part.
Part 3 is where your schedule goes from a list of facts to an actual interesting conversation.
Think of it like a social media post.
Ooh, go on.
You could post a photo and say, lunch, Tuesday.
Which tells us nothing and gets 0 likes. 0 likes. Nobody cares.
Or you say, finally had lunch today, almost forgot, needed this after back-to-back meetings.
Now that is a post people actually respond to.
Why? Because it has context. It has a small detail about your experience, not just the fact, but the feeling behind it.
And in conversation, the phrases that add that color are, the best part of my day is. For example, the best part of my day is my morning coffee. It is the one quiet moment before things get busy.
You hear how that feels different? It is not just information. It is personality.
Another great phrase, the most hectic part of my day is. Hectic means very busy and a little chaotic. For example, the most hectic part of my day is the school run in the morning. Or, the most hectic part of my day is right after lunch when all my deadlines hit.
That second one, I feel that deeply.
Every deadline arrives at the same time, like they planned it together. Another important phrase, I try to make time for. This shows your values, what you protect in your busy day. For example, I try to make time for a short walk after lunch. Or, I try to make time for reading before bed. I try to make time for says, this thing matters to me. I protect it. Even when my day is busy.
And finally, one of the most useful phrases for adding contrast to your day, on busy days, but on quieter days. This shows that your schedule is flexible, real, not robotic. For example, on busy days, I barely have time for lunch, but on quieter days, I like to take a proper break and go outside. That one sentence tells someone so much about your life. They see the busy version of you and the relaxed version of you. Okay, now let's put everything together. 2 conversations. Listen carefully. Notice how the phrases flow naturally. First, a short, informal version. 2 friends catching up. Hey, so what does your typical day look like these days? Are you still super busy? Yeah, pretty much. On a typical weekday, my day usually starts with a crazy morning rush getting the kids ready. Huh? And after that? In the morning, I'm usually in back-to-back calls. The most hectic part is definitely around 11 when everything lands at once. That sounds exhausting. It is, but I always try to make time for a proper lunch. That's my one rule. And then I finish around 6, and that's pretty much my day. Did you hear it? On a typical weekday, my day usually starts around 11. I always try to make time for, and that's pretty much my day, all in one short conversation. Natural, easy to follow, interesting. Now, the semi-formal version.
A new colleague asks about your schedule on your first week at work.
So, how are you finding it here? What does your typical day look like so far?
It is good so far, thank you. On a typical day, my day usually starts with a quick check of my emails and messages around 8. In the morning, I mostly focus on planning and preparation. In the afternoon, I usually have meetings or collaborative work. The best part of my day is honestly the morning. I am most focused then. On busy days, I rarely take a proper break, but on quieter days, I try to make time for a short walk outside. And I usually finish around 5:30, and that is pretty much my day.
Excellent. That answer is clear, confident, and real. It uses time words, frequency words, and color phrases.
And it is not 4 minutes long.
And there is no dog in it.
Both laugh.
Word tour time.
Yes, 15 phrases today.
15, big episode.
Big topic, big phrases. Let's go.
Meaning, example, slow repeat. Ready? Ready. Phrase 1. On a typical day.
This phrase opens your schedule description. Typical means normal, your usual pattern. Not special, not unusual, just regular. Example, on a typical day, I start work at 9. Or, on a typical weekday, I have a lot of meetings. Repeat slowly. On a typical day. On a typical day.
Phrase 2. My day usually starts with. This describes the first real activity of your day, your normal opening action. Example, my day usually starts with a coffee and some quiet time. Or, my day usually starts with a quick walk before work. Repeat slowly. My day usually starts with. My day usually starts with. Phrase 3. In the morning.
Use this to organize the first part of your day, a clear time section opener. Example, in the morning, I usually focus on my most important tasks. Or, in the morning, I always have a team meeting. Repeat slowly. In the morning. In the morning.
Phrase 4. In the afternoon. Use this for the middle section of your day, after lunch until evening. Example, in the afternoon, I usually have meetings or answer emails. Or, in the afternoon, I sometimes work from a cafe. Repeat slowly. In the afternoon. In the afternoon. Phrase 5. In the evening.
Use this for the final section of your day, after work until bedtime. Example, in the evening, I try to disconnect from work completely. Or, in the evening, I usually cook dinner and relax. Repeat slowly. In the evening. In the evening. Phrase 6. I always. Always means 100% of the time, every single day, no exceptions. Example, I always check my phone first thing in the morning. Or, she always has a coffee before any meeting. Repeat slowly. I always. I always. Phrase 7. I usually. Usually means most of the time, not every day, but the majority of days. Example, I usually have lunch around 1, or I usually finish work by 6. Repeat slowly. I usually. I usually. Phrase 8. I sometimes. Sometimes means about half the time, not always, not rarely, in the middle. Example, I sometimes work from home on Fridays. Or, I sometimes go to the gym before work. Repeat slowly. I sometimes. I sometimes. Phrase 9. I rarely. I rarely means almost never. It happens, but not often at all. Example, I rarely take a full lunch break. Or, she rarely leaves the office before 6. Repeat slowly. I rarely. I rarely.
Phrase 10. Around blank o'clock. Around means approximately, not exact, close to that time, roughly. Example, I finish work around 6 o'clock. Or,
I usually have lunch around midday. Repeat slowly. Around blank o'clock. Around blank o'clock. Phrase 11. The best part of my day is.
This phrase adds personality to your answer. It shows what you value in your daily schedule. Example: the best part of my day is my morning coffee before anyone else wakes up. Or, the best part of my day is finishing work and coming home. Repeat slowly. The best part of my day is. The best part of my day is. Hectic means very busy and a little chaotic, a lot happening at once. Example: the most hectic part of my day is the morning commute. Or, the most hectic part is right after lunch when all my messages arrive. Repeat slowly. The most hectic part of my day is. The most hectic part of my day is. I try to make time for. This shows something you protect in your busy day, something that matters to you. Example: I try to make time for a short walk every afternoon. Or, he always tries to make time for dinner with his family. Repeat slowly. I try to make time for. I try to make time for.
This phrase shows contrast in your schedule. Your day is not always the same. This makes your answer feel honest and real. Example: on busy days, I skip lunch, but on quieter days, I go out to eat. Or, on busy days, I stay late, but on quieter days, I leave on time. Repeat slowly. On busy days, but on quieter days. On busy days, but on quieter days.
Your closing line, the perfect ending. It tells the listener the description is finished. Clean, complete, natural. Example: I get home around 7, have dinner, and wind down. And that is pretty much my day. Or, and then I just read for a bit and go to sleep. And that is pretty much my day. And that was your word tour for today. 15 phrases, from on a typical day to and that is pretty much my day. Your full schedule in natural English. Use even 7 of these today. Describe your day, your real schedule. That is when the language becomes truly yours. Okay, 3 action steps. Simple, clear, excited. Step 1. Right now, out loud, describe your typical day in 4 sentences. Start with, on a typical day. Use 1 time phrase. Use 1 frequency word. End with, and that is pretty much my day. Serious. Step 2. Add 1 color phrase. Add, the best part of my day is, or the most hectic part of my day is. Now your answer has structure and personality. More warm. Step 3. Write it in the comments. Use today's template. The busiest part of my day is because 1 honest sentence. In English. Engage. We genuinely love reading your answers. Every comment is a real English learner practicing in real time. That is something special. Okay, we are at the end of today's episode. Before we go, please like this video. Please subscribe to FluentLife English and share this episode with 1 friend who is learning English. 1 share, 1 person, 1 new learner finds their way to us because of you. And drop your comment below. The busiest part of my day is because we are reading them. This was the FluentLife English Catcast. I'm Amelia. And I'm Liam. Take care of yourselves. And remember, your day is interesting. Your schedule is worth talking about. You just needed the words to say it. Now you have them. Keep growing, keep speaking. Bye.